Welcome to RMM Help. In this session, we provide an overview of the name and address options in RMM. Name and addresses are located in Administration and Name and Address Details. The Name and Address option is a flexible, non-specific way to store details of organizations associated with the various activities in RMM. For an asset, we may want to record details of a manufacturer, the supplier, or the insurance provider. For a job, we may want to record details of a contractor. For staff training, we may want to record details of a training provider, of course details. And for a parts item in the stock control module, we may want to record details of a supplier. All of these names and address details are stored here. We have a drop down in our actions, and although it says suppliers at the top, these are all names and address, and at this point they're not categorized. We can categorize these names and addresses, and again these are user definable categories, and as can be seen, it's extremely flexible. We could have a manufacturer, a supplier, a landlord, a tenant, an insurance company. So we set up those categories. There isn't a direct link between those and our address types. And the reason for that is that we could have a name and address that actually is a manufacturer and a supplier. But an example of how types are used, we could have a supplier and they might be a supplier of catering equipment, of electrical equipment, and so on. When we set up our name and address details, we can use those categories and types in the classifications. And as can be seen here, we've got a supplier of medical equipment and a manufacturer of medical equipment for the same company. If your company uses the option of approved contractors, we can identify whether or not a name and address is an approved contractor. So we enter them in here, we choose them from a drop-down list, and when we've entered them, we click on Save. In short, this flexible approach to being able to store names and addresses, which then standardizes these details right across the system, is a straightforward way of keeping our names and addresses up to date. And this concludes the overview of the name and address options in RMM.